Face Live.
We're
Hi,
here.
YouTube.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Just YouTube
only
today.
specifically YouTube. Yes.
Not because we had technical issues, but because, Twitch is just that whole audience. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes just the way they are. No, they're great. They're great. We had some issues, and I'm trying to not be depressed about it. So we're gonna play some Pathfinder with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on. We got a dead person. Gotta get all these corrected in a second. Nope. There we go. No, wait, not quite right.
Not quite.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now you guys are in the right spots.
Yeah, I see.
Yes.
But I don't.
Yeah, I only see the world map. That's true.
Does that help you guys
It's
to
a
see
map.
the thing? Do you want me to stream it to you?
No, it's fine.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
no.
It's good. Okay. I should have. We should have tried to fucking stream to YouTube. If that worked, it doesn't matter.
Oh
So,
my god. Yeah.
I might catch fire if it worked.
Yeah, that's true. I forget we can do that.
Yeah, the only alternative would be just like stream into Discord, which would be lame. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might do that one of the days we need to, just if some other
Yeah.
bullshit happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna go live on Facebook.
Right. But no, we're doing a recording instead. Back to the old days of, for some reason we can't stream. So here's a video. Yeah, last we left off, all two of the important party members made it pretty much back to Shand. You guys are almost there. Made it out of the cave system. You left before Han and his other folks decided to turn back and come get you. You did go somewhere. That was kind of interesting. You went into like a portal thing. You talked to Clover. That was nice. It was good seeing Clover again, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And you kind of
Except
made a deal.
Not Clover. Clover, not
Yeah,
Clover.
yeah. Clover, not Clover, yeah. So you guys made a bit of a deal. You got like a extra tack on to the quest you're gonna be going on soon. More of a solidified direction. Still have a choice in the matter, of course, but pushing your hand a bit. Either way, you did manage to keep both of the people you were trying to rescue alive, thanks to what's her name? I don't remember. The lady that was with you with the armor and the halberd.
Yeah,
She ran over there and made an ass of herself, and they beat the hell out of her. But since they're focused on her, those two other people lived, so that was good.
Yeah. That sounds like a fair trade, right?
I mean,
I think so.
If we're going,
And you still have her in like a box or
ability-wise,
something, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we get to keep the body. That's like extra to the trade.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, for trade, not for sale, but add cash to the trade. I want this in cash. That's basically what we got.
Right.
Trade plus
Yes,
cash.
and did your negotiation. No, but
Yeah.
but yes, you guys are carrying the fallen Lamia with you. You went through a quick village. You got a little bit of a resupply as far as like some of your rations and stuff go. And I'm sure you're both enjoying being rained on constantly again.
Joy.
As you pass through the farmlands between little farmhouses and some fields and such, you can see the walls of Shand up ahead. And from there, we'll kind of zoom back in on you all, since now you're finally out from under the like loud ass canopy being rained on of the woods. You're kind of back out in the open, so you can actually speak again without having to scream. So we'll cut back to you. I believe there was a conversation you wanted to have. I think Sam was going to start that conversation.
Was he?
Because you're the one who knows about the shadow people, or the people.
Oh,
in the
yes,
shadow
yes, yes,
stuff,
yes, yes,
not
yes,
me.
okay. I remember. Okay, I remember
No
why
less
we
than
left off.
3
now.
reminders have led up to this conversation.
Yeah. My brain was just not there. Of like,
It
oh
doesn't
yes,
read. Oh no.
uh, oh fuck, how did I want to start this? Because it was basically going to point out, hey, yeah, she has a thing with shadows, and you have a shadow, right? That's where I was going with that.
I mean, we all have shadows, but specifically, you mean I have a mildly abnormal shadow?
Yes, that wasn't in character, but thank you, Eli.
I'm also gonna do something just to be extra secure.
Recording in progress.
All right,
Oh,
there we
okay.
go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's her name? I wrote it down. I'm looking. Is that Mila?
Yep.
Is Mila the... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll walk up to Eli and be like, hey, I forgot about this because I was talking to him when we were at camp when you were doing other stuff with Tavian. Yeah, apparently she does like stuff with like shadows. You might need to go talk to her about that. Like, you know, you might get some insight with. Sam just kind of keeps looking down at all.
Oh yes, sure. Yeah. That's probably a good idea.
No, he just blows. I mean, it's not that different. He does wind stuff, like the other.
Oh, okay. I was confused for a second there. I was like, that's just rude.
He also sucks. No, I'm joking.
That's just rude. Oh yeah, well I'll go have a chat to her then.
I believe that's all I was wanting to get across. But.
That sounds interesting. So there's no easy way to start these kinds of conversations where you walk up and just go, "Hey, you're weird. I'm weird. Let's weird." But yeah,
I'm engaged. No,
no, not like that, dummy.
Yeah, you just see that those two are just kind of walking along, you know.
Yeah.
The rest of the group, the hood's up.
I'll just kind of trot over and be like, "So my associate Sam told me that you see something strange with shadows."
Says Mila. Says that's one way to put it. I don't really see anything strange. I mean, yours is different. I more hear something odd. Sometimes I can talk to them.
Oh well, you should see if you can have a chat with Aldwin here.
Yeah, she looks a little uncomfortable. And Ganto says, "Well, it couldn't hurt. I mean, maybe he's got the same kind of connection we do." Right, I know. I'm just. Sometimes they say things I don't really want to hear.
He's a friendly bloke. He might be a bit rude sometimes, but he's not going to do anything. I've talked with him plenty. I've had him for many years. He's been my good buddy since I was 10. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll try, I guess. She like looks down, searches around, and you have Aldwin down there. Then when she starts speaking, you have no idea what she's saying. It's a totally fucking different language that she's talking in. The cadence seems like there's like a moment where you just think like you like turned your brain off and weren't listening because it sounds like she's not speaking a different language until you start listening, and like it's like gibberish. Like she just sounds like she's saying stuff, but it's like Sims language or whatever.
It's like that. Sims language is good. I was gonna say it's like that famous song that this Italian guy wrote, where he wrote a song that sounds like it's in English, but it's all gibberish words.
Yeah,
like topped the charts in Italy.
Exactly. So it like takes a second for you to clock that, like, oh yeah, she's not speaking Ulu or Tertian or any language I know. And Aldwin stops moving. Like, he's still obviously moving like a shadow does for you, but he like kind of freezes and then seems to pay attention to her. Um, and then she stops talking very suddenly. And then stands up a little bit straighter and like looks at you, and she goes kind of pale and it says, "I think that's enough." Goes, what did you hear? And she just shakes her head rapidly. That bad? Yeah.
Huh.
Sorry.
Sorry, what?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
Sam does this in the background, like
Yeah. I look at Aldwin. I go.
like he's more upset.
Yeah. I look at him and I kind of go like this, like, "What gives, buddy?"
He gives you the same gesture. What? And pretty much all you're getting back is like Alderman's being cagey. He's being very cagey.
It's odd for you, mate.
She says, "Look, I don't think I was supposed to. I'm probably not supposed to just talk to them around people. I think maybe that's bad."
Okay. Sure.
Well, he's not supposed to move around all the time either, but he does
Yeah.
it anyway. So
He sure does.
you shit. Like, too Aldwin.
So like, yeah. So okay. So he's not actually my shadow. I mean, he is my shadow, but he's not actually my shadow. He's like I didn't have a shadow, and then I got him somehow, and he's here, and so like I know he's in like the shadow demiplane. So maybe for some reason there's like a hang up there.
Maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. I know this is worthless. Did you understand me when I was talking?
No.
That's probably good. That helps. You're not supposed to. I don't think anyone is. I didn't know that until just now. Most of what shadows tell me are... Most of the time they don't talk to the people that they're attached to. So they're not like having conversations and whatnot. They're ruminating or maybe noticing things that we don't. So they often say cryptic, strange, alarming things, you know? Not usually quite as chatty as yours. So I hadn't gotten such a straightforward comment until just then.
Huh.
And then Gonto will chime and say, "So are you not supposed to speak the language around other people?" Yeah, I think that's a safe thing to say.
Okay.
That's stupid. What's gonna happen if you do? Someone we don't want to hear might hear it.
So like if like let's say like I was in sorry, not Hayethe, but
The world is high.
Alsani. Yeah. Sorry, I was blanking on Alsani. Yeah, and I was speaking what's the fucking place they
Tertian.
did not have yeah.
That's what they speak in the Caliphate.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Tertian, yeah.
No, not Tertian, but no, speaking oh god, the general that screwed up that one land in our other campaign. The other land.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Caesar Team, he's Tertian.
Yeah, but the place that he screwed
Valencia.
up. Yeah,
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
that's in Vungian. So yeah, Biensia,
Yeah.
that'd be Viet. Would be the language.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if I was speaking Viet, which I'm trying not to say Manese.
It's just Viet.
Yeah, Viet. In the Alsani government, they may not like. That might throw up red flags or something.
Worse.
alluding to like being a spy or something like that. You know, like
So are we
Alduin
talking
suddenly gets a
like-
lot more animated. He seems kind of angry. Like he's like kind of gesturing at her,
Yeah.
and she kind of winces and it's like, okay. It's more like if you had a secret language that you only spoke with like certain people you really trusted, and then you found out that someone you really, really don't like, it really, really doesn't like you, also speaks it, and they're one of the only other people that speaks it, and they could be listening in at any time. Flails a little bit more. You can't tell if he's glad that she revealed that or is like upset.
Interesting.
You hear a few more gibberish words as she's like responding to him, and then he finally seems to calm down.
Yeah.
She seems kind of flustered. It's just like, I didn't know. I promise, I didn't know.
yeah, we flirty one do. I'm assuming it's whenever I need a language that's fake, I just go to Simlish because I've heard enough of that to be able to make phrases.
Right. Yeah. So I guess I'll be more careful about that from now on.
I mean, it's not the weirdest thing. I talk to animals every now and then.
Yeah, I know some people who can do that. It's more what shadows are connected to. The whole thing with the planes, and I honestly couldn't give you a full breakdown of it. I didn't study them.
Okay.
It's a very specific subject.
Great. I wonder if it has anything to do with that crazy nightmare weird creature I saw when we were on that place in between places. You know, when we were going to the moon, Sam.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
you're so fond of saying all the time that you went to the moon.
I do. I went to the moon, technically.
Hey, it's just my chair just clipped out the thing. It got knocked
I
loose.
think you died.
Yeah, I did. I thought I did for a second there.
Die a little bit. We all
Well, you
die a
know,
little
yeah,
bit when a
I'd
chair
say-
fails.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, because so it leans back like this unless you have the thing pushed through, and somehow when I spun, the thing caught and it pulled loose, and that's why I just clicked back all of a sudden.
Centrifugal
Oh,
force.
So yeah, it scared the bejesus out of me, but we good.
Now, you talking about the thing that was way off in the distance that was getting bigger over time, or is this a different thing?
Yeah, and it showed up, and then it was like blah, and I was like
Yeah.
and then it just incomprehensible horrors. So I made myself forget about it, and then unfortunately I had to remember
Oh.
later.
Yeah. I saw a couple of those when I was on that ship. You know, the space baby. And the spiky dog. And the what other else? Guy with too many
you may be
hands.
able to talk shadow language, but we can talk weird events that have happened to us.
You like see him, like as you guys start talking about that, he just
Yeah.
turns to her and starts a different conversation. He's like, obviously they're not talking to us because none of that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously these two men are insane, so we should just keep having a conversation.
You just hear him saying like, he goes, well, you know, it's part of there's like a realm of the lost or something like that. Like there's like shadows and loss, and then there's another realm between that and the Hollow Archive itself. Like, they're all in like a placement of sorts. And she's like, yeah, I vaguely remember. You kind of hear them going on about that.
So, like, this land of the lost is like near the Hollow Archive? Archive? Voice didn't go into pitch
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it is. It's in a sense, it's just bordering it in a planar sense. It's not like locations are here where you just walk from one place to the other across a like lateral distance. The planes work differently. Everything that's connecting them is astral, generally speaking. It's that odd, murky stuff that you see when people use things like teleportation magic and such.
Oh, I've never done that.
Not
Oh, wait,
all
have
of
we
it-
teleported?
Not all of
we
it goes
teleport?
through the astral, but it channels it.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's been coming with that. Yeah, now he's like coming in like, wait a minute. I think I was teleported. Yeah, he's never done a
Anytime
teleport.
you're
Yeah.
crossing the plains, it does have to sort of poke a hole in that realm. So, yeah.
They sew it back up
It's-
though, right?
It's not really, I would say repairs itself, but it doesn't really need to.
Okay. Or it's just gonna look like a piece of lace. And I don't want that. There's some things I saw in other realms that I don't want over here. They could stay there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There's some things here that I would like to send over there permanently. Let be their problem from now on.
Yeah. Supposedly it's where a lot of things end up when they can't exist in the material and they don't have any other plane to go to. But yeah, Loss, it must have its own name, probably something that's in the Hollow Archive at this point. But it does have its own plane, or maybe you'd call it a pseudo-plane. It's what surrounds it. Things drift from other places through Loss and then eventually into the Hollow Archive once they're completely forgotten. At least that's the running theory.
Yeah, that sounds similar to experiences I've had kind of being pulled and tugged around through those.
Mm-hmm. Shadows are a bit of a reflection of that, where Loss touches the material oftentimes. Not all of them are that. Like part of it is just, physics. You know, the way that light interacts with physical objects casts shadows, but those in of themselves act as catalysts on occasion. Usually they're bound or connected in a sense to something lost to that person or maybe to their lineage. You just usually don't tap into it, but they do follow you. Sometimes they're strong enough that they can take their own actions. But it's pretty rare. And then sometimes you get people like us who unfortunately have a more palpable connection to Loss. Me and my nightmares, her and her whisperings. It's odd that she and I were the ones who found each other.
Maybe it's destiny. You know?
Sure. That's not what I was going to say, but you know, people believe in that sort of thing. I was going to say that magic is kind of like a magnet a lot of times. It draws things together. But
Mila will pipe up again and say, so you mentioned that Alden wasn't always your shadow? Like inherited one somehow?
yeah, he didn't show up till I was like 10.
It's different. He seems pretty different too, so I guess it makes sense. Did you call him, or did he appear on his own?
I just shrugged. I don't really remember. I just know when I was 10, I definitely wanted a friend or somebody, and Aldwin showed up, and that's also about when my powers started to manifest. My ability to use, magic. Can I kind of snap and just do prestidigitation real quick?
It's just as weird as anything else. Dante kind of nods and says, anyone with a connection to Loss we're kind of our own case studies. It's not something you'll find in a school. At least not yet. Maybe one day. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. Did you have any questions or anything?
No, I just wanted to see kind of what stuff we're going. He didn't say the name of the thing that's not supposed to know that you can talk to him, did he?
He did.
Okay.
I don't think I'm supposed to say. Let me try giving you some hints. definitely heard the name before. Most people
Okay.
have. And they are from a place that's very close to this lost plane.
Sorry, I'm just imagining Aldwin like has his hands on his hips, looking
Yeah.
at her, just like
Pretty much, yeah.
like, come on. Um,
They're very powerful and very scary.
All right. Well, I guess I suppose I've got some good solid guesses. But since you said you weren't going to tell, I won't guess. I won't make you say yes or no.
Thank you.
I don't have religion as a thing.
I do.
Yeah.
Could I roll either religion or planes to like get a like a better inkling besides what I think is this? I have both of them.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't
roll
know.
religion, I guess. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I won't.
no.
I won't be able to give you a lot just because it's really.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I closed my character sheet. When we were doing all the refreshes, I also refreshed roll 20. Didn't realize it. So my character sheet closed.
Right.
There you go. There we go.
Excuse me.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, it's just whatever you're thinking.
Yay! Ones for days. Shrug.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I appreciate your assistance in this matter. And I guess let me know if he says anything that's urgent or needs to be told. Obviously, you don't have to go talking to him or anything like that, but if he's got something to pass on.
Now he's fussing at you, just like, I'll tell you if there's anything important. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
now you're like hearing him again.
Yeah.
But he's just basically giving you the like, he'll tell you if there's something important.
Yeah.
You can ignore her, that kind of thing. And she's just like, yeah, I will if I can.
Great. Well, Sam. Oh, go ahead.
Because, I did have a bit of a curiosity. Do you have any idea why they tried to kill us back there?
Oh, no. Other than
Okay.
they definitely didn't want you guys to be able to do whatever it is they needed you for somebody else. They didn't really answer. I mean, we could ask what's his nuts. I just point over to
Octavian.
Tavian, yeah. We could ask him, but he's going to tell you the answer he told me for almost everything, which is they pay me enough money to not ask that many questions.
He kind of looks up and says, "Wait, I thought I already answered that." But,
Did you?
or at least what they were for. I don't know why we're.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know why
what they
we
were for,
supposed
but
to kill
not why
them.
we were going to kill them. Yeah,
Oh no,
That's
that
what
was
they
as
were
big a
for.
surprise to me as it was to you.
right. See,
Hey, they're supposed to be useful, like opening new doors and shit.
yeah. I guess they just didn't want anybody else to open those doors.
It's right, but they obviously know who you all are, and if you have the similar ability, then why bother?
I mean, they were supposed to kill us too. I guess.
I mean, yeah,
Or
but you see
capture.
you see the
Mhm.
fallacy in that, right? You know, if they wanted to kill us to prevent you from using our abilities, but you already have that ability,
Mhm.
then killing you solves that problem. They wouldn't need to kill us. Killing us
Yeah.
first makes no sense.
So then there's something that we can learn from each other, I suppose.
I think
There's
so.
some reason they wanted to keep us apart.
Mm-hmm. I think that's true. Especially then she's like goes very quiet. And Gonto kind of nudges her. She says, especially with what I heard your friend. She kind of like motions back to the corpse.
Mhm.
Her shadow said something to me when I was passing her.
Did it now? That's the first I've heard of that since she got rid of her unwanted passenger. Call him that.
I don't know about an unwanted passenger.
Yeah.
But it did say something. I don't know if I'm... Give me some time. I don't know if I'm supposed to reveal it now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, all right then.
Danto's like frowning.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. You know how this works. It's like, yeah, but it's still annoying. Not annoyed at you, just the...
So, Gonto, you have nightmares?
Yeah. It's usually about death. Mostly horrible ones. I get to re-experience it. Doesn't really seem to have like a rhyme or reason. It's not like it's people I know or don't know or within a certain distance. It's just a lot of times when I sleep, I'll have a nightmare about someone's last moments. Not even the last moments, like a lot of the things that lead up to it. Usually when I wake up, I can't recall words. They all get jumbled up, and I don't recall the language or anything. I know it while I'm asleep, but once I wake up, it becomes confusing. But I still remember the events.
You're still in your bed when you're sleeping, though, right? Like, you don't just pop off to somewhere else.
No, I don't sleepwalk, if that's what you're asking. I definitely don't sleep apparate or anything.
Oh, that's one of us, at least. That's good.
Oh, God, you do?
I've been known to.
How do you deal with that? Do you...
I hold up the amulet. Or the brooch. Do you remember it's a brooch or something like that?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. But
Must
this thing...
have been difficult before you got that.
I did wake up in another country once.
It was a close country, though.
Yeah.
He leads over a little bit and says to Mila, he's like, remember when you were complaining we live boring lives?
That's when I went to the moon.
Complained, I commented.
Okay. I'm going to just say this with it. Anybody who's watched Gravity Falls, you remind me of Old Man McGuckin. Every time you say that shit, that's what I think of as Old Man McGuckin.
I ferried brownies across the creek for a giant gold coin.
Yeah. So that's who Sam's going to be when he's an old man.
Right?
Them damn ag speaks keep trying to kill my chickens.
Fucking synapses just firing off on random shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm done with derailing. Yeah. So, we've got an odd assortment of abilities here, to say the least. So yeah, I can see why they'd want to keep us separate.
Yeah. It's that, or I don't know. Maybe they had a contingency or something. Gonto speaks up and says, they have a lot of contingencies, to be fair. I don't know. I'm a little relieved to find out that that wasn't my brother's choice. But now it means I feel like I have to help him somehow if he's under control. Not right now, obviously. That's foolish, but it also means he must have done something to upset them.
Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking too. He strayed off. They asked him to do something he refused to do. He strayed off of their guided path they wanted for him. And so Tressa, being the impatient, controlling person that she is, decided to just take away that bit of a problem for them. You know, anybody that they can't control through normal means, they tend to take control of through extra normal means. Or murder. You know, one of the two.
They both seem to nod in agreement to that. Sounds like that's that conversation. Any conversation between you two?
You think Alwyn's on the up and up? Is he hiding something?
Oh, I'm sure he is. It's a shadow. But no, I mean, we can trust him as far as we need to.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna turn and look at Sherlock and be like, "Are you hiding something from me? Are there new ne'er-do-wells you don't want me to know about?"
Start braiding himself.
Yeah, likely story.
So I don't know, but I'll tell you what, Sam. We we may have to watch ourselves a little bit more closely in some of our dealings with Mishani's agents now too, because I don't know, Planet Lost and all that stuff's pretty close. You know, astrally speaking to the whole archive, but also she was saying stuff about Rosnumi when we were in there, or Clover, not Clover, was saying some things about Rosnumi. So we might have some angry sphinxes breathing down our backsides if we're not too careful. So we just need to make sure we kind of do this as clean as we can. I'd rather not upset them.
What was it? Was it the I mean, or was it the?
The fact you kept going. Like, how is that even a move, man?
I mean, I don't know. He was unconscious on my part. You know, I bet Clint has a big book of riddles or something like that. Read when we get there.
Clint's lived an interesting enough life. I bet he's probably answered a Sphinx's riddle before.
That's true. I bet he's lost some stuff to the Hollow Archive, or he thinks he has at least. He is kind of old. Don't tell him I said that. I lost a good shovel when I was 12. And I bet that's what happened to it. It's in the damn Hollow Archive.
It's just like the gnomes that used to steal your socks, eh?
How you know about that? No. We continue our journey while bullshit, I guess.
Stupid wisecracking, as normal.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys finally make it back to, or make it into shop. Takes you not too long to be like, oh yeah, I remember how to get to Markham Manor. It's down this direction. Maybe ask a couple of people. It's this street, right? Like, oh yeah. Like on their way past. It is raining harder and harder. You can tell it's going to keep picking up. You're kind of the tail end of that, knowing that it was going to get pretty, like the tail end of whenever you predicted that it was going to be high. But you can tell now it definitely is getting worse. But you guys veer off, head over toward Markham. It's not quite as lively as the last time you saw it, probably because it is raining so much harder. So a lot of people who were running around outside have gone either into the actual manor or into their own houses and stuff. You can see a few people outside are pulling out these wooden slats, things like that, to cover different parts of where the garden is before it gets too much water. There are some people out there working, just not a ton. You definitely spot, of course, your wagons. They did seem to have. They did definitely make it. You don't see any of the animals or anything hitched to it at the moment, so you know that they've probably been stabled. They've probably been here for a little while. And as you guys
I'm gonna have to. Sorry.
What?
Once we hit to the spot of the animals are probably inside, we're gonna have to tell her horse.
Chetla, yeah.
What happened?
Okay.
Do we do this? Okay, well, hold on. Do we do the thing that we should do, or should we do what's best for the horse? Where let her sniff the dead body and know what's going on, or do we hide that fact with the hope that she comes back and we don't have to deal with that later?
That's one thing we can do. But here's what I was going to say: we do have to have a game plan about how we're going to approach Clint with our proposition, deal, whatever you want to call it, thing that we're doing here, where we have to perform some kind of mildly necromantic ritual to bring our dead friend back to life temporarily and make her a revenant of some kind.
Yeah. Hope it works.
I mean, we could just say that to Clint point blank. He's probably one of the most understanding people I've ever met, but there might be a more tactful way to approach it.
Hey, Clint, can we do a necromantic ritual on your site? No. Oh, buddy. All right. Well, at least I'm glad it looks like it. I don't see any arrow holes. There's not like arrow holes in the card or anything. It's like
No, it looks a little less pristine than when you first saw it, but it's traveled quite a ways. So
okay.
Well, if I know anything about us, we should go to the stable because Verbronk's probably in there. Plus, I want to say hi to Nixie. I haven't seen that boy in a long time.
What are we gonna do about the bodyguard guy still with us? Correct. Okay.
he didn't run off.
What are we gonna? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's free to go now, I suppose. Or should you just hang out with us until we leave? Then you can go. Because you don't have to come with us. I said that when I told them I was going to set him free. When we got to Sean, I'd let him go.
Technically, we made it to Sean, so.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, I'll go.
let him go at least before we leave.
Yeah.
You want free? I look at him. You want free food and a hot bed, or whatever, hot meals and free bed? That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I was like,
You want a hot bed and free food?
Yeah, I said that backwards. Hot food, free bed.
you're saying that's Tavian?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say no. Looking
Well,
up
then
the
I
place
guess-
you guys are approaching.
Yeah, I guess you'll be staying here until we depart, Sean, and then you're free to go your merry way, and we'll go ours, and no, we will.
Hopefully, we never
Kinda
see each
wishes.
other on fight, type thing again.
I didn't know y'all were in good with Markhams like this. Just pull up to their land, huh?
I mean, I would have liked to have sent word ahead. Technically, we did in a way.
Except for Brom, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you want to meet for a brawl?
You want to meet somebody that you're really glad wasn't with us when you fought us?
Even as you guys are like approaching, there are some people that like come out to meet you. They seem to like recognize you pretty quickly. Seem happy to see you, that kind of thing. They're like,
Force Gump wave.
Oh, yes.
yeah, they're like start like helping like carry some of your stuff and whatnot, and get you back up there to the property. They're not like so friendly. They're like, oh, who's your friend or whatever. They're just like, oh yeah, let me help you get that, that kind of thing. They do obviously notice that you have a dead body with you that's obviously covered and that kind of thing. They kind of give you like looks of like, oh shit kind of thing, but they don't immediately ask. Like they don't necessarily want to broach it until like you get all the way up like to the house and everything, and they say you're lost one. Were you looking for a shrine or going straight to the cemetery? Unfortunately, we can't bring them inside.
No, that's fine. We're probably going to take her to the cemetery, but we need to speak with Clint first.
Yeah. I guess we could put her in the stable. Stay out of the rain at least.
We have an empty one we could use.
Right, yeah, because we just need to have a conversation with Clint about making arrangements before we do anything.
One of them like suddenly like seems to realize, like clutches their chest, goes, "Oh my god, is that? Oh, I'm so sorry."
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's get her out out of the rain, for sure, out of the rain. Well, they start, they kind of hoist her up and carry her. Yeah, you guys get escorted back up to the front door. As you do, someone kind of runs ahead of you, goes in, that kind of thing. They get the door open for you. And yeah, you walk back into the familiar foyer of the Markham Manor. It's a little. Hold on, what time did I say it was going to be? Yeah, you're right around, like, a little after lunchtime at this point. So you do smell food when you walk in. Immediately, Sam getting some nostalgic feelings from the different smells you're getting out of there. Eli also, but not like as far back nostalgic, more like, man, I've been here before. The cooking here was pretty damn good. So you guys coming in, Hattie goes from like very somber, almost like dour, with like kind of reminder of like, yeah, we have a dead friend kind of thing, to like, she's like looking around a lot. Just, wow, this is a big house. You guys got to sleep here?
And we got mildly accused of murder here.
Oh, mildly isn't that bad.
We were investigating that. Was the better way to put that. But yeah.
You guys get let in. You see a couple of familiar figures from the house staff notice you and wave you in. You do see, oh god, I forgot her name. This is what happens. You have to reboot. You don't get to pull up your notes.
Yeah, no, I know. I was looking for her name also, but then I realized those notes are not on this computer.
Wow.
Because it's a different computer than when we did that session. So I was like, oh yeah, I don't have those.
Plus. What the hell was her name? That's gonna bug me. That's gonna bug me. That's gonna bug me. Who was this? Go ahead and make your stupid noise, Hero Lab. I know you're gonna do it.
No? Yes? Maybe?
It's taking its damn time. No noise? No noise. Wow, no noise.
Wow.
Crazy.
It is pretty crazy, actually.
And it turns out that's not the fucking sheet I needed anyway. So, shit.
Wow.
I don't even know if she's on the sheet. Not one of those, at least. Okay, god damn it. Hold on. Where is our Into the Storm notes? Way up here, character notes. Here we go. Her name is Volga. That's her.
There you go. I knew it started with a V. I should have said that because I was like, dude, it starts with a V, I swear.
Yeah, I knew it was a V. I wasn't going to guess Volga. I just knew it was like something similar to that.
Yeah.
But cool. You do see Volga. You kind of like watch as she's like moving around in like the dining area, and you can see that there's like some people in there. And as she like passes, she looks up, kind of gives you a look of recognition, and like a small smile. Doesn't like wave or anything. She's like her hands full. She moves on past. And I don't know if you guys go immediately to the dining room or if you like walk through into like the main hall or.
I mean, I think we would probably, or at least I would try and go find Clint immediately wherever I think he would be at. So if I need to walk in the main hall to find him, sure. We'll find what's the lady's name who was the secretary, the steward lady. I'm trying to remember her name.
Starts with an R, Rugeki.
Yeah, Regeki, thank you. That's who I'm looking for, I guess, because she can obviously point me to wherever Clint is. So if I see her, I'm gonna flag her down immediately.
Okay. So you guys are walking through and someone's like, oh yeah, there's we had whatever for lunch. It's like, no, I'm busy. I have to talk. I really need to talk to Clint. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he's in his study right now. Just stay in the main hall, and they kind of let you through. You just walk through that first little hallway, get into like the big area where you can see like the stairs and stuff, and you know where his study is, but you don't have to just like run in there all of a sudden.
Right. Yeah.
So you guys come out. Obviously, that like person kind of runs ahead of you, and pretty shortly after that, you see Rugeki like appears at the top of the stairs, kind of at the center part where there's a little bit of a thing, not a wall, but something that obscures. It's like the railing, but it's opaque. Anyway, you see her appear, so you see like the top half of her up there, and calls down, "Welcome back. You seem a short one. Where's the other?"
Oh,
Getting
that's one of the
food,
things
I'm
we talk
assuming.
about. Well, that's an incredible intensive way to say that. Anyways, no, yeah, unfortunately,
she seems
it
to
is
like
significantly
pick up
worse
on
than that.
Yeah, just like you see like the look on her face change. She says, "I see. I'll make certain Clint sees you soon. Is there anything that you two need? Accommodations?"
We are probably going to need a place to stay. I do that quick head count math. And Vibron,
You turn and you see that fucking Tavian is like 2 steps behind you,
Yeah.
just looking super out of place.
Yeah.
Who's that one?
he's a. I'm trying to find a polite way to say that we took him prisoner because he's not really a prisoner. He's a involuntary guest.
He kind of looks up and gives her a nod. Says, "I see. Do we need to get the authorities?"
No, we've come to an arrangement. We're going to let him go his own way as soon as we exit Shand.
He goes, "And I was on a perfectly legitimate job. Just, we just came up against 2 different goals, I guess." Says, "I see. Well," she she looks directly at him and says, "You're welcome to see yourself out, or I can have someone escort you if you like." He's like, "There was something mentioned about like meals and beds and stuff. Just you can
I
find
did
them at the
extend a
local
bit of
inn."
hospitality to him, but
But
I'm like, it's also not my house, so
Yeah.
She kind of narrows her eyes a little and says, "Well, a friend of Alderman's Logistics and Retrieval is a friend of ours, or at the very least, a welcome acquaintance." She says, "You can have the room to your left. First one." He goes, "It's locked." She says, "The first open one." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he like walks further. You realize that's the room that people got murdered
They're
in.
murdered in.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to ask. I was like, "Can we put him in the room where all the people got murdered in?"
yeah, he can have the murder room.
I'm gonna have
Ah,
fun tonight
one's open.
because that trap door's still there.
This one's open. Thank you kindly, miss. Just, you're welcome. And he's like, "All right." And he, like, walks in, closes the door.
We did meet someone named Well Met, so that's not the farthest reaching name I could have thought of.
Yeah,
Oh god.
I think he's not a bad person. He just was on the opposite side of us. So
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not a bad guy. He's just also not a good guy.
Says, "I sense you're being polite.
Always.
I'll see to it Clint sees you quickly. It seems urgent.
Much appreciated.
While you wait, do feel free to go into the dining room and at least relax."
Oh, for sure.
And yes,
I'm pretty
Robrong
finished.
he's in the barn. He simply would not accept an invitation inside.
I expected as much. I mean, I almost went straight to the barn before coming in here just to chat with him, but I felt like it would be more proper to pay my respects to Clint and get everything sorted first.
She just gives a nod and disappears. You guys turn around and go back to the dining room, or you're just gonna wait in the...
Yeah, I mean, might as well. Might as well eat while we wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you get in there, you can see like not a ton of like familiar faces, but a couple of them. Obviously, you saw Volga, who's in there, and you see Miles isn't in there at the moment, but you do see Nomala, and you see Casimir.
It's gonna be a fun conversation to have.
They're sitting like right next to each other, and you see that Nomala is like leaned in, like she's doing something to Casimir's hair, and Casimir's trying to like lean away from her, kind of, but not like actually get away.
Yeah, isn't Nomala bald?
Nomala is bald.
Yeah, okay.
Casimir's hair is different. Like before, she had just kind of like an asymmetrical part. It was like shoulder length. It's quite a bit shorter. She's kind of got like the side sort of shaved, not like a full one, but just like a little bit of an undercut, and it's like pushed all to the other end. Just much shorter than it was before. And you can see that like Nomala is like kind of running her fingers through part of it and whatnot, and Casimir is just like, she's like, okay, yeah, I know it, but no, it looks good though. And she's like, no, it suits you. I'm just, and then right as you guys walk in, she goes, oh, see, I told you they were here. And then she like looks up and goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even, and she like finally gets up and like walks around and says, I wasn't even paying her no attention, because look at her though. And she like stands over next to you, Sam, and says, doesn't that suit her well? I think she could probably do without any of it. She's like, I'm not a priestess.
Sam just turns and looks like at her head. Like, yeah.
You gotta nudge. She says, I'm just kidding. Just like, I'll let the girl do what she wants, but how are you two? We should give each of you a hug.
Could be better.
Yeah. Definitely have been.
Well, I mean, tell us about it. We got some time.
Have y'all ate already?
We have, but we don't mind sitting while y'all do.
I need to talk to
Casimir. Stop
Casimiro.
volunteering me for stuff. What if I had things to do? I mean, yeah, I like these two or whatever, but I don't have anything to do. Just like motions you in. Except training.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he has
She's kind of looking at both of you and goes, is she avoiding me?
No. That's
not
the bad
intentionally.
news.
Why are you guys making those faces? Because they're hungry,
Because this is a
probably.
hard conversation to have.
Yeah, and I lost the feeling that we had a big fight in these tunnels, and she rushed in to save the lives of two of our compatriots over there, or two new compatriots, innocents. They were threatened to be killed, and this fighter goes by the name of Mara. Are you trying to cut me off, or?
No,
You frozen.
I'm waiting.
Okay. you're holding it perfectly. So
Yes, I was just right here.
Completely still.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, because I took on the brains of having to tell her, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, went up against this fighter named Mara. So Mara.
Yeah, Mara.
Yeah, Mara. In a duel, they lost.
So you're saying she's not just hurt?
No, she's dead.
Mostly dead, which is slightly alive. In that, I'm stealing a line from Princess Bride. Sorry. In that we do have a way to potentially make her regular alive again.
We were quick about it, and we managed to stall a little.
Nomala just gets up and says, where is she?
They took her out to the barn because we need to talk to your father about using the graveyard on the grounds.
Y'all do that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make sure she's resting peacefully. I won't decay it, nothing like that to set in. It's at least
before you
do right now.
Before you say words or anything, or there's certain things we have to do when she's in the ground. So
we're not going that far yet. Just
okay.
Just giving it a bit of gentle repose.
I understand. I don't want anything to hinder this process.
Right.
She does give you kind of a questioning look for a moment. It says, "Of course not."
Thank you.
Kind of gives you a quick, firm, rub on the back when she passes.
Sam just exhales.
So, Sam, I'm gonna trust that you have the tact and good sense not to joke about something like this, right?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get a rise out of me, I'm only as tough as I look. So,
I don't want to do that to my friends.
Good. I mean, not good, but good. Sort of.
But we're telling the truth on that. We're working on it.
Yeah. No.
Say you're working on it. You mean you have a really expensive diamond and a powerful shaman capable of pulling a soul back from the beyond?
No, we've got a significantly sketchier guarantee from a deity. Per agreement of us completing a task for said deity.
Okay. And they're gonna revive her. Like she'll be Lamia again. You're not talking...
Right. Please
tell me you're not talking about any kind of horrific blasphemy.
So there's one teensy bit of blasphemy before the regular revival.
I mean, would you think? Okay, you know me. All right, if anything's going against that, I'm not allowing that. It's nothing permanent.
Would she be okay with it?
Well, she's gonna have an ability to tell us no here in a little bit. So
yeah, she's not gonna be happy about one aspect of it. It's a dietary thing.
That's true.
If you're turning her undead,
no, right? No.
Technically, for a small amount of time, she's gonna be less than living, but not exactly undead. I don't know. It's a very
what deity is making this deal with you?
Oh,
Mashani.
Yeah. We're both like,
Yeah, look, I know how it sounds, but we're on pretty good terms.
I mean, as good terms
as Mashani.
Yeah, it's surprisingly.
Just doesn't strike.
That's more his thing. That's his fault. All right.
Immediately under the bus.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I'll take that bus.
I went to the moon and I dealt with them. All right. I got mine that I deal with.
I've been to the moon every time, man.
And I deal with those ones. Okay. Those are the ones I deal with.
Look, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what to think. Honestly, it hasn't even really set in. To be completely honest with you, I've been practicing polearm techniques.
Well, if everything goes well, you'll be able to show off some of those things.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't,
Well, then we'll have a regular, proper, all coming together and telling sad stories. Well, good stories that make us sad. Wonderful, nice stories that then unfortunately make us sad.
and that's the worst. That's the worst of it. No
Yeah?
evil Lamia running around. We're not gonna.
We already had kind of a weird evil army run, but
No, we should be.
yeah.
Uh,
This is going to
also
be significantly better.
putting a little bit too much faith potentially into Mashani, but no. If it doesn't work the way we want, should be able to just be kaput skis.
That's. I don't know. Maybe I should go see what my sister's doing.
Yeah.
Are you two okay?
Refusing to deal with it emotionally while we still have a solution in place. So yes.
Not really.
That sounds like two no's.
Yeah. Last time this happened, I did some horrendous things. So I'm trying just to act like me at the moment.
Yeah. Where's Mara?
It's a good question.
Yeah, we wish we knew.
It was
We can tell you
either
who she works for. We can tell you where we last saw her and what direction she was going in. But all of that's unfortunately not going to get us to her at the moment.
Why are you here if she's still alive?
Because we had to prioritize saving people's lives like Lamia would have wanted us to over petty vengeance. Believe me, I was very petty when we left too.
Yeah.
But as petty as I could possibly be with the time constraints we were given.
I accept that. You guys should have some lunch. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go outside. Okay?
Yeah.
Staff here all knows you, so if you need anything, just give a holler.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have wanted you to find out some other way. That would have been awful. So.
Yeah, it's pretty bad now. We told my dad.
No,
yeah.
we're gonna have a conversation with him as soon as he's free.
Right. Okay. See you around then.
Yeah.
Kind of walks past. Pauses briefly in like the doorway, and then she keeps walking.
Rip the bandage off, I guess, you know.
Yeah. Heavy exhale for sure. Like, whew. Well, that didn't go great, but it could have went way worse.
Same as picking up a roll and adding butter to it. He's just.
Right. The next few minutes, you guys do get brought. You get brought some food. It's a very warm, very hearty meal. Then you're maybe like a few bites into that when Clint actually comes down himself. Just kind of walks in and says, "Well, it's been a little bit. Heard
Same.
y'all might have some interesting stories from the road this time."
Yeah, unfortunate stories for sure as well.
That seems
Sam
to be
has,
the
like-
case. Go ahead, sorry.
Sam has too much food in his mouth and it's just like. Swallow!
He kind of walks to like the corner of the table so you can sort of see both of you. He doesn't sit down, kind of leans on his cane. Says, "Well, go ahead and spill it."
Well, since you took the last one, I suppose I'll take this one. In the course of a conflict with agents of the Dorat family, Lamia was mostly killed, but we have a line on bringing her back to life, like regular style, full, all the way back, no catches. But unfortunately, before that, we have to kind of do a small step that requires a bit of a catch. It was given to us by Mashani. They've given us some instructions through one of her agents, and we need to use the graveyard on your property to do so.
Well, that seemed to be along the lines of what I was thinking went on. Y'all have done right by us. Definitely wouldn't be in the best of graces to refuse your access to the plot out there, but sounds like y'all banking quite a bit on whatever it is you're planning to do after working.
Yep, that is for sure. Our success in this is largely tied to our ability to complete a specific task for Mashani, and we wouldn't be able to complete this task without Lamia's assistance, most likely. So, doing a mildly negative shortcut step is kind of the only way we can do it.
He's like examining both of your faces. Y'all internalized it yet? Or took it in?
Oh, heavens no. As far as I'm concerned, it's as long as we have these steps to do, it's not real. So once it's fixed, then it won't be a thing that happened.
Can I bring back somebody that's not dead?
That's true.
You don't let them go. It ain't done. Now, Eli, I know the kind of internal strength you have, what you've been through. You'll survive it. It's gonna hurt, but you'll live. You're gonna have to. That is unless you're saying you got all the fixings to cast a real powerful blessing come down from a deity, channeled through a divinely chosen. Not even my daughter can do that. Just to let you know, not quite up there yet.
Right. Yeah. No, we don't have all of that.
Well, if it's anything like the handful of rituals that I've seen attempted, that pain is coming.
Yeah. Well,
I ain't saying you gotta do it right this second. I don't want you crying into your stew, but just understand. You're gonna have to let it in before anything else can happen. Unless you got another trick up your sleeve, and I know you got a few. But y'all need a ceremony or just a plot, whatever you need. You'll have it.
right. I mean, we really do appreciate your assistance and everything.
Now, Lamia's got family.
Yeah, she does.
Now, imagine if we go and put her in the ground here, and whatever y'all are attempting don't work. I don't know that her family wants her buried on another hearth's plot. They might want her back.
That may be true.
Yeah, if it comes to it and it doesn't work, then I guess that's plan B, C, whatever plan we're on at this point.
I'm just letting you know. You might have to undo some work here.
Yeah.
How y'all holding up?
I mean, with the exception of this, decently.
Not great.
Hattie also then chimes and says, not very good, honestly. Eli can make himself forget things.
That is true. Does help in the denial process of the grieving stages.
She nearby. She arm
Right.
reach.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna put a hand on her shoulder. And just give a reassuring
Says,
deal.
well, even if you don't feel like eating, get some food in you, get some calories, and let us do a little bit of pre-work here and make some stuff easier on you. I'm sure Nomala's already on it. I'm sure you'll hear from Miles soon. He's out in town at the moment, so.
So you've been well?
He has been more than well. That boy's really hit his stride. Maybe he had a bit of inspiration.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, he got my temper. You didn't seen it. Casimir ain't the only one who's a hothead, but some events recently have got him a little fired up. So y'all know the warden started.
We had heard drips here and there, but we weren't sure. We'd been kind of underground, quite literally underground for the last little while. So
yeah, out from the east, where if you were to head back on where you're from, you'd hear a lot more about it. Out in the Midlands over here, people talk, but ain't quite reached here yet. So not as much information. But I imagine when more wagons start getting hit because there's less soldiers patrolling, we'll start to hear about it.
I suppose that is a rather unintended side effect of a war. Brigands tend to seek opportunity where they can.
There's some other news to get to, but y'all in a rush?
At the moment, no. We're just trying to eat. Oh, that does remind me before we do that. We met a friend of yours. Someone who's been, missing for about 50-ish years or so. Ship captain. I just blanked.
Wait, hold on now. Wait a minute. About 50?
Give or take. 53, I think is what it said.
Well, I mean, the log said 373, I think, was the last entry. So, yeah, yeah.
Boy, that would be...
she mentioned as much.
That would have to be, who would that be? Miss Coolim. Go take it.
Mm-hmm.
You found where, wait a minute. When you say you found, you ran into her.
She's not dead.
She was a statue for 50 years.
I think normally we say that somebody was living under a rock. Is usually how I think you say it.
Oh no, I mean
literally,
she was literally a statue. She was petrified by a device that was on a ship, and we found her and unpetrified her, and she was very confused.
Like a mirror and a basin with a statue thing.
Yeah.
Strange question. When you did that, what did her face look like?
Oh, it was regular. We were worried that she wouldn't have one, because there was a weird thing with that apparently. But no, she was fine. Face and all.
My goodness. Well, I take it that means she aged well. Being turned to stone that long. My goodness. I wouldn't have thought of it. That's a hell of a what'd you call it? A beauty trick. Just to get yourself petrified for a while to see the future. My goodness. Did she come with you?
No.
We made it as far as the coastline essentially, and then we had to part ways.
Right.
She still got her ship, yeah.
Saint Sophie.
Saint Sophie, yeah, Whistling Saint Sophie.
We had found some. Most of her crew was gone. There was one left, surviving off of some kind of magical rain. Kept them fed somehow.
Probably sustenance.
Yeah, But no, when we were going through those tunnels, we saved some people from a group of Ricard. Ricard.
Yeah.
Yes.
they
Okay.
were,
I do the thing where I mix them up. Yeah.
Feral Ricard, yeah.
And Etten and Adank. A whole bunch of problem. We helped them out of, and they're currently on her ship, helping her out.
That's good. I guess you got a long way to sail. Then you can't try and get to a port or something. Not good.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I'll have to put out some feelers and send word to her, let her know. Probably head on up this way.
Sure, she
The
will.
Lim family and Modrek they got some sort of entanglement. I don't know the particulars, but I imagine she won't to.
Yeah. We dealt with a little bit of that as well.
We keep swapping news later. I got a little bit more to tell you as well. So.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're all right. It's y'all get something to eat, you know, and take today to try to, well, you know,
Yeah.
just be.
Did Regeki tell you about the other guy we have with us?
She did. I know he's in that room over there. I ain't gonna kick him out. You extended some
You're right.
hospitality, but
I just I was gonna do some terrible things to some of the people there, but I was kind of reminded of who I was, so I'd like to keep him among the living and send him on his way, and hopefully he'll remember that.
maybe he pays it forward. Maybe he's a damn fool. You'll have to. Somebody else will be less kind to him. It's not up to you. When you choose to do the right thing, that's all there is to it.
I suppose that's very true.
I'm gonna eat. Is that tunnel in the barn still lead up to that room? By the way,
He kind of gives you a look. Why do you want to know that, Sam?
well, I'm just saying that we're not gonna hurt him or nothing, but it's been a minute, and I don't want to. Oh God, it'd be good to put some fear in him. I think.
Yeah, it's still down there now. It is locked up. Okay.
All right.
You can get over there and maybe rattle the hatch a little bit.
All right.
Like kind of pats you on the shoulder as he
Yeah.
walks by.
Maybe have some maids outside talk about the people that died in there beforehand, not like to him, but just kind of like sow some seeds of unease.
I might.
All right, thank you.
As he's walking off.
Uh,
And once he leaves, you see Volga, who's just kind of been like attending to some dishes. Like he walks out and she says, "I'll get it done."
we want to make sure he stays in there, but I just wanted to, have that on the back burner. I feel sorry for the people that died using them for this, but can't do nothing about that. IRL, I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay.
No, so do I. So we could just
Okay,
take 5 real fast,
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
yeah, we'll just take a quick
Yeah.
pause.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Right.
edit this out. It'll be good.
Yeah.
How do I fucking stamp a thing? So that
I'll do this.
yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's it.
Rahala gets in there and says, I went ahead and checked on for Brong. He's doing okay.
Tell him.
I didn't tell him.
Okay, I'll do this one.
I was going to, so just so you know, I was going to, but he was like asleep, so I didn't really want to wake him up with that, so I was sort of waiting for him to wake up, and then I was going to tell him, but then I was there while he was trying to wake up, and he was getting a bit uncomfortable, so I left.
Okay, doctor.
I wasn't trying to pawn it off on you, I promise.
No, that's fine.
Sam and I have been taking turns.
Oh, that's nice. Hattie says, I haven't taken a turn yet. I can tell I'm wrong. If you want me to.
Well, we can both go talk to him if you want him.
I mean, I can at least go with.
Yeah.
You guys finish eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get done. It is good. It's just, yeah. You guys head back out into the rain, unfortunately. Walk across over to the barn. Get in there. Obviously, your animals are there as well. 'Cause they weren't sure how long they were going to stay, so they didn't put them just in the regular stables. So you get in there. Ginger is very happy to see you, Sam. And then Nix is happy to see you, Eli, but especially whenever you inevitably break out a snack of some kind.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
Um,
know that's exactly.
I do the thing where Ginger's like, "What's going on with it?" No. you
right.
you get fed when everybody else gets fed.
I heard a crunch. Yeah. Don't worry about it. He broke his neck. It's fine. Definitely wasn't a carrot. You just pay attention to me. So,
Good girl.
you guys get in there. You get you get some animal attention, dopamine. And Hattie, is obviously participating as well. And then some of the other horses in there that are, or I should say horses, just other animals that are in there that semi-recognize you are also just kind of well, he's getting scritches. So you end up you end up having to give some cows and other animals scritches. Mostly, probably not even cows. They're probably yaks. But
My
you kind of go through that
yak.
stuff, and you see that the other end of it, Varbrong, has just been sitting there, watching the whole time, just kind of waiting.
Oh, sorry, man. Thought you were asleep.
It's fine. Varbrong was just waiting. It's good you were here. Did not want
I was,
to stay long.
Yeah. How was your trip?
Uneventful. There was one incident, but it was dealt with.
Okay, good. I'm glad we sent you on your way.
I tried to spare his horse.
It's I don't need to know more.
Reminds
He's-
me of the myths and legends story where these two knights come at each other and they hit each other so hard they break the horses in half, but the knights are fine because they're the
Fucking hell.
superpowered knights.
Good lord.
That's
That-
Varbrong hits the guy and actually breaks the horse in half. It's oops.
Yeah, go figure. I have
Horse
more
made
hit
of
points than my horse.
Why were you
Uh,
riding wooden horse?
It wasn't wooden. It's my dad's horse.
It was my dad's horse.
Oh gosh, yeah, it was.
Okay. Well, I'm sure all the horse kind here. Thank you for that token of appreciation that we tried to. We didn't have it so easy.
Hmm.
Yeah, had a lot of hard fights, and I just look at Eli and I go, "You know what to do." Lami is mostly dead.
Hattie actually cuts it. Stop saying mostly.
Well, I keep saying dead, and then we have to go in and it's not we're
Explain
working
this.
on it.
Yeah,
You're
not
going to have to
entirely
explain it
permanent.
anyway because mostly dead is an outrageous thing to say. And also, it's...
She's dead.
Neither of you is that weak. The truth of it is she was killed in front of us. We tried, but we failed to keep her alive.
She,
Going to try to make it better.
yeah.
Barong doesn't move. You just hear this like low kind of rumble coming from him. Like he's waiting for you to go on because he doesn't know what try to make it better means.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that you know, I'll let you handle this part.
Right. Anyways, so we kind of called in a bit of a favor to Mashani, and we spoke with one of her agents who's given us a task to complete that will essentially get us a full revival, no drawbacks, all the good stuff done. But before we can do that, we kind of have a half measure step where we're going to have to do kind of a ritual, and she's going to have to come back as with some slight drawbacks, and that way we can get to where there's no drawbacks.
She will not be undead.
Technically, she'll be unalive more than she'll be undead. I don't think she'll be like a. She's not gonna be like that thing that we've had to fight before, but she's also not going to be quite 100% living.
She's not going to be that thing.
She's going to be alive with a drawback.
That sounds better.
We've been assured that it's going to be her, not something else.
Right. It's going to be her, and she's going to have her level of agency and normal brain functioning and stuff. She's just going to have to consume a tiny bit of blood.
Yeah.
Not
So,
worst thing.
in my opinion, it's way better than the deal she had worked out with that other dude. But,
It's significantly superior to Naloxifix, I agree.
I am still waking up.
That's okay. That's all right, buddy.
Slightly cooler. This is good.
So Verbrung was a bandit, or was he a sword for hire specifically?
He was a
I
bandit.
believe he was a
Bandit.
bandit.
Okay.
He was straight up bandit.
I didn't know if he got hired by the bandits or what. Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
That
He
it was just a
bandit
question.
who turned his life around to become a marginally less morally gray,
He turned into a subword, basically.
functional treasure hunter.
Yeah.
The story you got is essentially they captured him insofar as he didn't really have agency on his own, and they knocked over whoever he was with, and they were like, dude, you want to hit shit for a living? He was like, and so then he was a bandit.
Yeah. And then we
We
came
offered
around
him a little bit better.
we turned him into stealing from dead folks instead of stealing from folks he made dead. Since we've done our fair share of tomb robbing in this court. So,
But yeah, that's where
Robbing.
so he was a bandit. Though,
Yeah. Look, legally distinct from the other thing that you're thinking.
Yeah. Starring Lamia Croft or Craft. Yeah, Lamia Craft.
Wow.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So but he says
Anyway.
Verbrung has lost a friend before. Many. And kin. It does get easier. Does not get easy. You are hurt. Verbrung is sorry for this.
Thank you, buddy. Glad you're all right, though.
Yes. I'm glad you are all right. still have things to do, all of us. If thing with reviving does not work, Lamia will be missed. Was her death honorable?
She definitely died fighting, facing her opponent.
You know, saving the lives of 2 other people.
The way she would probably have wanted to go if she had a choice in the matter.
And the one who did this is...
Still out there.
That must be rectified.
Oh, yeah.
In due time.
Yeah. Mara's her
just-
name. She's about this tall. And
Yeah, no, it's
I start like giving a description. If you see her, just tear her in half or whatever you do.
Or whatever you do.
it
She
was
might
more
try to
important-
flirt with you. Be warned.
true. It was more
She's-
important in the moment to save the people that Lamia gave her life for than to go chasing after vengeance, though.
I was hurt bad.
We had to make a choice.
Eli was hurt bad.
Yeah.
And we
Warbrong understands. Not all revenge needs swiftness, only coldness.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor, bro.
He blinks like very slowly and says,
Warbrong is awake now. When did you arrive?
About
Very
like,
recently.
few
like 2
hours.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2
It
hours.
has not been long. We got some food and then came to find you and talk to you immediately.
Well, all things on the wagons accounted for. No damaged goods, no lost rations, no lost people. We'll want to leave soon. Few days at most.
We can probably make that work.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yeah. It's like the minimum for a few. But, yeah.
Want to be clear. Warbrong has eaten. And now he has reason to grieve. I have reason to grieve. I wish to do so alone. Except the animals. They do not care.
Chetla seems
Yeah.
kind of agitated. Because it's obviously you gave her attention too, but obviously doesn't see Lamia. Anything else?
Well,
you guys have?
no, yeah, I think we'll let you sit with your feelings there, big guy, and we'll go try and do the same with ours.
Good. Hardens the heart.
Let's head back out.
Yeah. Yep.
As you are, you can see, you kind of look across the grounds. You see where the stables and such are. Where you set Lamia. And you can see Nomala over there. You see Casimir over there, and now you see Miles. And you can see that they're obviously talking to him. And he's kind of got his hand on his hips, his head's dipped down a little bit, just kind of nodding a few times. And he looks over, and then puts a hand on Casimir's shoulder. And then you see her actually put her head on his chest and just kind of like just watch like the shoulders move and like pats her on the back. And he looks up, he like glances over and kind of sees you guys and just gives you a quick nod.
Yeah. Nod. Yeah.
You see, like, as you're kind of going by, you see him kind of like lean down like he's saying something to Casimir, and she like nods, and he says something else, and she just like shoves him, like as much strength as she can get in like one hand, like shoves him away, and you can see that she's hiding a smile, like she's like completely like covered in, like her face is like, completely covered in tears. You can tell it with the rain. She yells something at him, you can't quite hear, but he kind of like gives her like this look, like walks back over, and she's like, "No!" You hear the no as he tries to hug her again, and Nomala like grabs her, and then she like turns to her sister instead and just like hugs her, and then he like kind of backs off and starts walking her direction.
I was gonna say she shoves him as hard as she can. I was like, okay, how far does he fly?
He's like 2 steps back. You know?
Game.
Right? That edit took me for fucking ever.
It was good. It was worth it.
But then he starts making his way over to you, and like by the time you're like near the door, he'll catch up. He's like, "Well, you know, could have been better circumstances. Y'all holding up all right? I'm sure you've been asked that about 100,000 times by now."
Yeah, and the answer's still pretty non-committal from me anyways. It's a pretty negative one from Sam, I think, and the rest of the group.
Not really. Good to see you're doing all right, though.
Yeah, you know, could be doing better, could be doing worse. It's just how things are, you know. Like, put a hand on your shoulder. It's like, so, sister told me you there's some kind of ritual or something y'all was gonna try.
Yeah, we've got a ritual given to us by one of Mishani's agents to...
One of whose agents? You say Mishani?
I sure did, yes. Yeah, let me sit close.
You keep saying that.
That's the Sphinx that's all about like secrets and that kind of stuff, right?
Right, which is why Sam points out, rightly so, that I keep saying it and I probably should keep it a little bit more hush-hush, but I feel like if I just am super vague about it, people aren't going to let me do the thing we need to do.
Yeah, it's true.
Sis is a little suspicious. People do some crazy things when they're hurting. So, she's the one with all the blessings and such. You know what I mean? So, you want somebody out here laying somebody to rest, and especially helping with a ritual, you're gonna need to get her on your side. At this point, I mean, I trust y'all, and she does too. It's just, I mean,
we wouldn't be doing this if it was nefarious in some way.
well, that's the thing. You lose somebody important to you, the definition of nefarious changes. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, I know.
Go on. Says, I'm sure y'all have been through enough that you've been there before, right? So it's only natural to wonder where that line is right now. Maybe you wouldn't do absolutely anything, but maybe the definition of what you won't do is a little bit tighter. Know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, listen, I'm not going to ask you a million questions. I'm going to let y'all make your decisions. I just want to be kind of a reminder to check in on that inner self that you were before this happened. Okay? Make sure every little piece of you is going to be okay with it afterwards.
Yeah.
Nobody else can do it but you. And then I'll talk to Noma a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna need to. Just be sure you have some words with her about what you're planning. And just give Casimir some space. Didn't hear it from me. I think she might have had a little bit of a crush.
Put my hands up. We definitely didn't hear it from you.
Now,
Wait.
I need you to commit to that a little bit more, because even if you don't say my name, she's gonna blame me. So I'm gonna need y'all to relax.
I'm trying to think of like in character did Sam know? Because I know like we talked about that out of character a ton.
All right.
It was
So,
never said. Like no one's ever said anything like that out loud till now.
Yeah. We definitely heard it from a person who was not Miles.
Yeah.
Thank you. That'll do.
Here's the thing about, you learn about crushes and you have to keep secret when somebody tells you about it.
Eli just looks around in circles.
Yeah. But, I don't know where they're at the moment. Rahala and Hattie.
Yeah. They're catching up. They were like back in the bar a little bit. Probably still messing with that. He says, yeah, I mean she's a little torn up, so
Understandable.
she's chilled out a little bit, but she's still a Markham, so just be careful. Anything I can do for y'all?
Maybe later, man. I got some stories to tell you. There's some, tell you the fun ones.
Whatever you got to get off your chest, or you just want to share. Still mostly stay away from the drinking, but you're welcome to.
I know, but I haven't quite figured out the storm yet.
You'll get there.
I do have something that if you were drinking a story about a keg full of really old whiskey that we used to kill an ooze.
Good lord. You used it, sir.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because it's it's what we had to do at the time.
Unfortunately, one of those beggars can't be choosers situations.
I want to hear that one. That sounds like a good story.
Yeah.
All right, let me go check on my sisters again.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to get hit in the stomach at least once.
You want my armor?
Nah, I got my own. He's like he's like obviously just wearing like a tunic. He just like pats his stomach, which is like he's a pretty solid guy. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, older brother armor can't be hurt by little sister.
No, they can.
No. The second ingredient's confidence. He's walking up.
Especially when one of them finds out where the rubber mallet is.
And as he's leaving, the other two ladies catch up to you. Nirhala says, "So back inside now, or you're doing something?"
Well, you don't like the rain?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, back
Don't
inside we go,
particularly
I
like
think.
No.
So you guys head back in.
Yeah.
Get out of the rain, back into the warmth. When you're in there, Volga ends up actually being like, "Oh, there you are. I was supposed to show you two rooms. It's the same ones you had before." She'll just like lead you to them.
Good deal. Yep. As soon as we get in there, I'm just gonna face plant onto the bed. Just tired.
It's not even dark yet. It's just, yeah, they flop. Oh, yeah, it's comfortable. It's a really nice bed. Holy shit. So Eli's actually resting. Is Sam doing anything?
Not resting in like that fashion. He's probably gonna go hit up that alcohol cabinet that they were at before, and probably sit there and hold it, looking at the fire for a while. That's one of those things where he's more there to have something rather than drink.
Yeah, just kind of ruminating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sitting there for a while, gives some time with thoughts. Eventually, Hattie will come to the door. Says, "Do you want to be alone?" It's okay if you do.
No, you can come in.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
She comes in.
I'd say I'm drinking, but I haven't drunk none yet.
She just sits across from you. Says, "That's okay. Sometimes you just want to hold something."
You how you doing?
Bad.
How are your injuries doing as well?
Better. They're recovering well enough, at least. It should be fine in a few days. I think I want to just. I think I just want them to heal normal. You know? I know you and Rahala can fix it. And Miss Nomola can too. Just. I don't know.
Well, we got at least a couple days here, so
If
good
you leave,
food,
I'll
and
let you
warm
do
beds.
Yeah. Is that weird? But not what the magic healing? There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. It's like, I guess I feel a little guilty.
No, I understand that. Wanted to heal naturally to kind of remember what's going on. I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
I've had that.
And a lot of times when you do the magic, it doesn't. You don't get the scar.
I see.
I don't want to be shying away from a scar, you know. Seems like it would be fitting to have one.
Man, they're good stories. Tales of shows that you've done something.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Rowan people have scars. Usually have stories with them, and people really like them. So, might be good. I think Mom has some. She usually dresses very modest, though. You can't see them.
Mm.
Do you think scars are ugly?
No, I think much like a painting, it's just the artist's sign on it, you know.
I guess.
Or like on a I don't know, like a tool you use, every little scratch or ding or spot on it has a story showing that it's been used. It's just showing that your life's been going.
Yeah, it's like a mile, like a milestone.
Hmm.
Maybe that's
Like,
why she had so many of them.
I think it's because she kept running into fights trying to save people. Dumbass. That's I want to be upset with her for trying to save those two people, because as bad as it is, she's worth. I think her life is worth more than theirs.
Not supposed to say
And
that.
no, but the value of souls have been on my mind.
Yeah. She gets up, drags her chair over next to yours. Like, she doesn't pick it up. She actually drags it, so it's like all the way over. Should have picked it up. Sits down. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. You can just sit.
She seems to take. You know, we were fighting those harpies. She ran in, and I could have helped. I could have taken some of that. I'm not weak. But I stood back and I tried to be safe. And the same thing again in that fight, that she ran in and tried to save people, and I stood back and tried to be safe.
Yeah, that's normal though. Like, I don't think anyone can fault you for that. Being safe might be why you're still here. Well, why there's a chance we can even do anything for her. I don't know. Are you going to
What
beat
bothers
yourself
me?
up about it?
I don't know. When we were in that other, plane, they sent Eli back, and I forgot the exact order on how it happened as well, because I think Eli got sent back fine, correct? Or he took his thing off and got sent back.
Yeah.
With Lamia, it didn't work immediately, so they like zapped her or something, or did the thing. So I explained it to the best detail, because I don't have that much knowledge. For Sam, it wasn't actually that long ago.
Right.
But I was saying, I thought they killed her, so I killed them, and not in a good way.
I remember.
And I found out she was alive, and some people were taking my body while I was there, stuck there. And she chased him down, and kept me relatively safe until I got back, and we got out of there. This time is it bad that I don't have the hate that I should?
No.
Because, like, the fellow that hurt you, I was mad at the moment. Now I just want him to go away and be a better person. And with Mara, like, I don't have the urge to kill her. I just want her to stop.
No, I think that's good. I think that's good. I hadn't thought about it like that, though.
I was gonna kill those other two folk, but not Bertrand.
Gonto.
Gonto, thank you. Gonto. Like, I was just gonna go do it, and the way he looked at me kind of snapped me out of it. Realized what I was gonna do.
I think, I don't know. I'm not the best at talking through moral stuff like this, but I don't know. I think maybe you're who you're supposed to be. You're angry in the moment, and then you had the chance to think about it, and now you're being who you are. You're not being ruled by the emotion. This is something I learned a lot about going back home. It's a big deal with Rowan. A lot of us have really strong emotions. Really strong. All of them. And when you're young, apparently when I was a kid, it can be a lot to handle. More than most. But as you grow up and as you experience more things that were new to you at first, you begin to act more in accordance to your core self, not just in accordance to who you are in that tiny moment when nothing is normal, nothing is the same. Thanks to that other experience, you're handling this one better. And killing Mara wouldn't bring Lamia back. Probably wouldn't even make her happy.
I think Lamia would want a rematch on that fact where they're both in better shape.
Maybe.
She took a couple hits. I saw the fight. She was at a disadvantage going into that duel. Guess that's what irritates me on that. Is it wasn't super fair. But
I don't think it was meant to be. I think that Mara lady is maybe more cunning than she seems. But accepting the duel, I mean, it was clear Lamia's priority was making sure those two people got out alive, and now they did.
it's true.
She has a really big heart. I would have preferred if she lived.
Well, hopefully, if everything goes right, we'll have her back. If not, I'll I don't know what I'll do.
Have you lost someone before?
I mean, in my family, yeah.
Like someone close?
Not all of our family stays at home. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with a like great uncle or something. You know, elderly. There's nothing that's no one's been taken from me. Everybody's gone the way they should have gone. The way nature intends it to. And traveling around, yeah, there's been people who've died, caravans, things like that. But no, yeah, think. So I'm trying to think of people who've had near-death experiences near me. I think you and Lamy are the two people that have been closest. People that I care about. So I'm sorry, that are close to me in my heart.
And that guy sprinted at me like that. I thought he was going to get me. He got me, but not as bad as it could have.
You got away though, which is good.
Yeah. It's that for me was, I think, the first time that I looked that closely, at mortality. I've been in some fights before and that kind of thing, but I don't think I've ever been that close to at least passing out or whatever.
No.
I was pretty scared. But I think I was more angry? No, that's not the right word. I didn't want to leave you all alone. I hate doing that. I know we all have our roles to play, but when things are really dangerous and I'm just supposed to carry the stuff or take care of, hold down the fort. And I didn't want to be, I guess I was being stubborn. First time I was helping you fight, I didn't want to die, and then that's all you would think. You know what I mean? It's stupid, but all I could think was the first time I go fighting with you all, and then I get killed, and it's embarrassing. As dumb as that is.
You had a hell of a first opponent, I'll tell you that. And I know I've had real damn close calls, and it's gotten me rethinking my whole wanting to see the world and adventure around, and even working for Eli. Don't tell him I said that. I'm not just gonna pick up and run back to Delancha. I'm in it now, but as much as it's bad and I'd like to go back, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I found this old sword. I'm glad I went around all the other family and helped them out, and I'm glad I went to the Burtsags, and I'm glad I helped my nephews. Glad I joined up with Well, I'm glad I saw Lelmy outside that office that day as well. Because looking at her, I knew she looked like a tough son of a bitch. Uh, and I was,
Sorry. Language.
oh yeah, yeah. He's probably passed out by now, but no.
Just hear loud snoring. No.
Hard cut.
Yeah.
like
Face down in bed snoring too, so it sounds weirdly muffled, like I'm trying not to asphyxiate.
He's got a shoe on his hand for some reason.
Yeah. But if I hadn't done this, no telling of where Rahala would be, where she's at now. I mean, there's a lot of things I'd change, but I don't think I would change much. I would try and do better if I were to do it again.
She just nods. Changing the past is, well, it's impossible, but also you don't know what things would be different. I like you. Whatever turned you into what you are now, even though you're sad right now. You have to be sad sometimes. I think even if you didn't work for Eli, you'd have found people to help. You would be hearing stories of you, and somebody else would have probably just quit. And I'd be like, hey Eli, there's this guy who's just, I don't know.
Ruggedly handsome and really good at fishing and no.
yeah, of course, all of that.
Yeah.
And he just caught this really crazy stellar tuna fish or whatever it was. And then he used it to feed like 3 villages of people. We should hire him. And then Eli would say, he's probably asking too much. So
I probably would at that point if I hadn't joined up. Because, to be honest,
glad we got you early.
This pays way better than everything else I was doing. Not 1 minute, though.
The money's really come in since you guys got hired. I mean, I guess it's because we can do more.
But,
you should take at least a drink of that. You can't just pour it and stare at it.
I mean, it is a pretty color. What color's your eyes? I'm about to flirt if it's right. No.
Oh my god.
I think Hattie has like opalescent colored like eyes, where they're really multicolored.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Okay. If it was brown, I would have gone that way. But
there is brown in them.
Mm.
There's literally, yeah.
Well,
Did you ask her what color her eyes were, or were you asking me?
No, that was a me to you question, not the
Okay.
same to her.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't remember.
Wait, Sam has brown eyes, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he has blonde hair, brown eyes is what I went with. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Then so then she says it's the same color as your eyes, I think. Fucking Uno reverse.
Yeah.
No
The fuck.
reverse.
Yeah. So when you say you like me,
Oh my god.
now you said the words "you like me" though.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I like Eli too, and I like Rahala. But yeah, maybe it's a little different. Why?
I'm gonna reach out a hand and just. Where's an appropriate place to put my hand?
I don't know.
Not her leg.
You do like a
her
full
hand.
scan.
Yeah. Yeah, for her arm, like sitting on the like armrest or something. I was having, I was like, I like you too.
So when you say it, what do you mean?
That I may be, looking for companionship on my travels every now and then. But for some reason, I overlooked you. And I probably shouldn't have.
You probably thought that was out of your league, huh?
Yeah, that was definitely it.
Yeah, I get that a lot. But I'm not.
I mean,
So now what?
I'm debating really hard. I think that's. He's gonna pick up the glass and swirl it and then knock it back. And I needed
Still
that.
know your eye color.
And I'm gonna lean in and try to give her a smooch.
Oh.
She's a little surprised.
Mhm.
But pretty quickly seems to reciprocate.
Mhm.
And then you hear like a tiny knock on the door. Not closed, like
Son
on
of a
the
bitch.
door frame.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
see like a hand. And then
Yeah.
you see Nomala kind of lean in and says, I'm not interrupting anything, am I? You are, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It is your house.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll just go
Sorry, I
talk to
was-
Eli.
He's.
Nope,
I
nope,
think
you're all
he's
right.
passed out.
That's all right. He'll be okay. I'll go get him.
He's gonna be grumpy. But all right.
I think she saw us.
It's fine. Worst she could do is tell Miles.
She went to do the laugh
Wait, she's
at
part of
you.
the church. That's probably worse. No,
She just leads her
she could
hand
tell
on her shoulder.
God, and God will be
She'll
mad.
tell
No.
God.
They're smooching before marriage.
Oh my lord.
She just leans
No,
her hand on her shoulder.
Now go to hold her hand. Dun, dun. Well, maybe when we get back to regular civilization, we can do a date or something more proper.
Mm-hmm. A date would be cool. We can count. Can we count any of the adventures we've been on as dates?
Well, we went out for bakery stuff one time.
Yeah. We did
Maybe that.
Could count it. That'd be a
We-
good thing to say your first date was, though.
Well, we could say when you came out to the cottage in the woods, it's definitely not haunted. Nothing bad's ever happened at it. When we definitely didn't kill a zombie there.
She gasps. That has to be it. No, that's the best one. We have to
Oh,
use that.
shit.
And then she
But
leans
then
her
people will
shoulder.
know that something bad has happened there.
No, what we do is we start telling the story, we get right up till that point, and then we both clam up.
And then we go, and then something happened, and then we buried a body, and we found this cursed thing on, we burned a body, and like,
Right?
uh,
And she's just
what,
laughing.
what,
It's like,
was
yeah,
it?
see,
The cube?
see?
I forget what it was. Tiny box. What do we find on that dead body?
You did find a tiny
Yeah.
box, yes.
Was it tiny box? Okay,
Yeah.
because it had the other thing inside of it. But yeah. I'll go with that.
So we could say that you guys continue to chat for a while.
Mhm. Now, the real reason I did that this episode is so people have to watch this on YouTube, or else they'll miss it.
That's true.
Or there's going to be a couple next week, and nobody will know why.
Oh my gosh, you devious bastard!
Molly and Ellie would be so upset.
I should say that like
Now I actually have to fucking.
you devious bastard. Anyways, there we go. Do my Matthew Berry impersonation.
Eli, you get a knock on your door.
Okay.
The knock is louder.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Knock is louder.
Yes. How can I help you?
It's Nomala. She says, "Hey, I'm sorry to bother you. Now about this whole ritual thing y'all are gonna do,
Yep.
I think I should know about it."
Sorry for some
Makes
reason. I
sense
thought
to
she was
me.
gonna. Sam and Hattie are kissing downstairs.
I might have
Complete
been
fraternization in my
Immediately
company?
telling on us.
Never.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah. Go ahead.
Do you have some details on it or what it's gonna entail? Because I mean, people coming back from the dead has a couple of different results. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a touchy subject. I just want to make sure y'all are y'all ain't doing something you're gonna regret later.
Right. That's good point. So I'll tell you what they told me as best I can remember. I wrote it down here somewhere. I start searching through my thing. So we're supposed to, bury her, do all the normal stuff, and then the instructions to come later for the specific steps of the ritual, which is a bit fishy, of course, but sometimes you just got to do that. And then we're supposed to be able to get a full, regular, normal soul back to body revival once we're done with our task. And I just kind of parse out what I know quickly. I don't want to hash over it for everybody the 50th time, but so I'm just it's mostly that.
So you don't actually know the specifics of what you gotta do, other than you
Right.
gotta have a full-on burial ceremony,
Right.
and then you're gonna get the rest of the instructions. Sounds a little shady to me, but
Yes.
well, when you get those, you'll come tell me, right?
Correct.
I don't want to be doing this on your own, with no input from anyone else. I mean, that would just is concerning. I know y'all are good people. You hear footsteps approaching, and you hear Rahala say, "Did you check?" She goes, "Oh yeah, they might have been." She goes, "Ooh, oh my goodness! What do you mean might have been?" She's, I knocked and I looked in. They were sitting together. Oh my god! Oh, they definitely kissed. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, sorry. Then she runs. She runs back from you can see her run behind Nomala and go the other way. She goes, "Lively one." Oh yeah, sorry. I was sent on an errand. It's resolved now. Who was it that assigned you this whole? You made this deal with?
One of Mashani's agents, the one who appeared to be Clover the last time we were here.
Clover's an agent to Mishani. Okay. Well, that's new. All right.
Yeah, I keep spilling secrets that I probably should keep, but I need, full vestment of my knowledge to you guys so that we don't do anything potentially horrid.
All right. Well, I did use some of the blessings vested to me to preserve Lamia. She had begun to decay a little bit. Nothing too terrible. She's in all right condition now. So it'll last a little while. But I do think it would be best if we try to get that ceremony done rather quick.
Right.
All right, so again, I'm sorry to come in here and disturb you. So, supper will be ready in maybe 3 hours. So, if you'd like, you can have somebody come and fetch you for that, unless you'd just rather sleep.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. I was just trying to get a nap in. I probably need to go do a little bit of reading and stuff if I can. I'll go talk to your father, see if I can barge my way into his study for a bit.
You'll have time for that. Go ahead and finish your nap. We'll send somebody to get you for food.
All right, yeah.
Good night now.
All right, good night.
Close the door.
Immediately falls back asleep, just poof.
And all right, there we will end the session.
Yes. With my perception, do I notice Rahala spying on me and Hattie? Is evidently where she's going to be going directly after this.
Go ahead and roll perception.
No, I'm just kidding. I was joking. But...
You can roll perception. We haven't rolled. We've rolled one other roll this whole session.
Yeah, and I rolled a 1.
It's been a really
roll one.
RP.
Yeah.
Watch this also do it. Ah, boo! Let me use
There's
your
a couple
reroll
of
so I
things
can
I
get
was
up
gonna
to
have
one.
rolled, but I was like, I don't want people to feel bad that like there was no snail pole, so
Yeah,
you don't need rolls. But yeah, you definitely see her.
Yeah. All right.
You basically like see like you see like a shadow go by the door, like somebody walked by, but then it kind of like lingers. It doesn't go away like it should, and you like recognize the fucking dainty footsteps. Okay, that's fucking Rahala.
I hear a size 7 shoe sitting outside this doorway. That's the other thing that I should have said that's so great about me is that I can tell a shoe size from a mile away. No, or a kilometer away. Depends on
Quickly
where.
retreat from the door.
Yeah, I knew she was doing.
That was probably Rahala.
Bam called it. Sorry, I just wanted to do a goof.
No, you're good.
On a very
Alright.
let's tell everybody our friend is dead session. Let's have a fun.
Yeah, ended in a fun way.
Right. All right, we'll do the exit screen for exit screen.
Exit screen.
Yeah, and I guess I'll still.
I mean, I guess we
pitch
should still do the plugs. We're just not gonna raid.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So hey.
Oh wait.
You know.
Shit. Hold on a second. You can't be heard.
Oh poop.
No, never mind. You could be heard. I just couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So hey. We have stuff now. We are on every form of social media. If you want to talk to us outside of, like now, in dealing with all this, we also have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/unnatural_1s, where we have tons of alternate content about just other tabletop games, about life in general, us making our own tabletop game, tons of stuff. It's really cool. You should probably check that out as well. Personally, a big fan of the Tabletop Tours podcast that I do. So, maybe just a shameless plug there. But I really think that it's a good bang for the buck. You should also catch Keegan here when he's on Lost Initiative, and I'll let him tell you when that is because I don't know.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Yeah, the technical issues we had today seem pretty specific to us trying to go live, which is fucking annoying. So I shouldn't have any problems jumping on twitch.tv/Lost Initiative tomorrow at 7 Central till midnight Central.
Yeah.
We're doing something. I think we're leaving the town we're in. Yeah, we're leaving. We're going to the place that's named after blasphemy, and we're gonna talk to those people,
Nice.
and then I think we're gonna head out. So come check it out, where I will probably roll really low.
As per usual.
Not kick in.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't roll 2s.
they made a
Curse of the
fucking
two.
they made a fucking command. The exclamation point he can command is I have a vendetta against 2s.
That's pretty amazing.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, at least
Ross
you're
for that.
known on that. Like, what are you known for? Rolling low.
Thanks, Roz. Jeez. All right. Have a good night,
All right.
YouTube,
Oh, we're
Yeah,
and
just gonna
hopefully we'll
waving
be
at nothing.
live next week
What?
for more
Yeah, we.
Into the store.
Wow, 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 wow,
Well, Braun likes the outro.
wow.